Alright, well, here we are with Black-Red Goryo's Vengeance. So, mainly this is the reanimation Goryo's Vengeance strategy that's been going around for several years now, based around Goryo's Vengeance, Gristlebrand, and Emrakul. This is not the Gristlebrand, which is a little more all-in version. Plays Worldspine Worm, Nourishing Shoal, combos off. This is more focused on being a slightly control deck with some fatal pushes, discard, brutality, blood moon. Trying to play a little bit of a slower game while still having the Gristlebrand, Emrakul, nut draws. Sideboard plays more into that. Control plan allows you to bring in sweepers, more brutalities, couple answers. Quicksilver Ambulance is an alternative way to get your fatties into play, besides through the Breach and Goryo's Vengeance. So we're going to try this out in a league. See how this goes. Probably do a friendly league here. So yep. And last deck was okay. Green red Scape Shift didn't go too terribly well. Was not on stream for that one, so didn't remember. Alright, so point of this deck, try to reanimate the Fatty Boom Boom and kill somebody with Emrakul or Gristlebrand. It's part of the Blood Moon series. We've been doing it on our YouTube channel, Dust to Dawn Gaming, as well as here on stream to a lesser extent. We've played Scred, all the 2-color combinations, Red-White Prison, Black-Red Demigod Revenge Control. We've played a couple different variants of Blue Moon, and then Ponza as the green-red version. This is one of the last decks. This one, there's a Kiki Chord version that plays a lot of Blood Moons. There's a Devoted Druid combo deck that plays a lot of Blood Moons, or Magus of the Moon. There is a Tooth and Nail deck I saw that was playing Blood Moon. Might give some of those a look, but getting close to wrapping the series up in terms of decks to narrowing it down. Of the decks we've played, only so far, Green Red Ponza and Blue Moon seemed particularly good. Red White Prison is just too schizophrenic, requires a very specific meta game to be great. And then the Black-Red Demigod Control showed a lot of promise, but there's a lot of holes in the deck as well. So I figured we'd give another Black-Red deck a roll here. So, mismatching Quicksilver Ambulance, gotta love when you're borrowing cards. So, hopefully we'll have some good matches, be able to wrap this up and do well. So, doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Here goes nothing. Taking a while to get a matching here. Which that part kind of sucks, but what do you do? Get the dashboard up here so I'm not looking at my own stuff. Alright. Normally would have been paired a long time ago, but what can you do? Ends in 5 days. Guess everyone's just winding down because of the time of night it is. Not really sure. Even modern, right? Yep. Alright. Just making sure I'm not losing my sanity here. Such long queue times. So, point of this version is to try to... Yeah, alright. Fortunately, I don't have to keep talking to myself. I actually get to commentate on what's going on in the games. Okay. So, this hand's unkeepable. Player we are up against is on... Yeah. This hand isn't a whole lot better. So we have a Cathartic. Need to hit a second land. Blood Moon's not going to do anything against him because this is an ad nauseam player. I guess we keep this. It's pretty horrible though. Specifically in this matchup. Alright, well, I guess we keep looting. Sneaky Pete is a noted ad nauseam player in Modern, so this isn't the greatest matchup in the world. Let's see, how did he... keeps his hand on 6 and scry to the top. I think we'll pass. So we know we're getting a Faithless Looting. Yep. 2 Lotus Blooms, we wouldn't have been able to get both of them. So... And put a card to the bottom. We see Grace, Unlife, Sword Dead on 4. I guess we take what? 6, 7. Guess we take Unlife. So. Yep, plays the Slight. We see a Gristlebrand. Pass. Yep, that's game. So all our opponent knows is we played Swamp Inquisition. He'll be bringing in ley lines. So what cards are good in this matchup? We want the Brutalities and Slaughter Games. Cards do we not want? Fatal Pushes seem awful. Blood Moon isn't great, but at least it gives us something to do, which can kind of mess with his mana, although he does have a lot of artifact mana in his deck. There's something we can get this Murderous Cut out of there for. Maybe Shade the Murderous Cut and Chandra for a couple of Shattering Sprees. Just to have something to attack his mana if he can't use it right away. Rakdos Charm better for that. Shave a Spree, get the Rakdos Charm in here. Don't want to bring in the Spell Bombs because he's likely bringing in Ley Lines, and we don't want Ley Line to be our only... make everything we play dead. Faithless Looting, Brutality. Yeah, we're definitely keeping this hand. Presuming he'll have Leyline or Mulligan to Leyline or hand that has a reasonable chance of getting the combo. So definitely going to want to lead on Faithless Looting, hope to hit Goryo's and go off from there. Mulligan to 6, mulligan to 5, mulligans to 4, mulligans to 3, mulligans to 2, keeps their hand. We don't win this game, we kind of deserve to lose, I guess. So I guess we go ahead and get Blood Corrupt here. Faceless Looting. We see a Breach. What do we pitch? So Breach might be too slow, but are we playing to Breach? No. I think we're... Decision. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of the Gemstone and the Gristlebrand, maybe? Try it like that. Scries 2. Alright, so card on bottom. I think we just pass here. Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand. Draw a swamp. So we are... Guess we're going to go ahead and flashback looting here. Blood Moon and Cathartic Reunion. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Pass. Alright. I think we'll try to land Blood Moon here. Give him something else to think about. We hit a land next turn. We punted here a little bit because we don't have the... So how do we want to do this? Inquisition, see what you're working with over there. Grace and a Nauseam. Well, that's a little scary. Get rid of looting and looting and breach. Oh, we hit lands. We'll go ahead and pass. Next turn we can loot some more. Okay, Spirit Guide into what? Oh, Spirit Guide into play Spirit Guide? Sure. Gotta give him this much. He's definitely a trooper. Draw 2, discard 2. Man. Flashback the other looting now that we've punted thoroughly. Alright, there's the Vengeance, discarding what? Looting and that. Pass. Comedy of Errors. So we get hit with a Simian Spirit Guide, beatdowns, and one of the cards in the hand is a... Go ahead, 2 modes, Target creature gets -2/-2. That, and that. Discarding that. We have a Leyline. Back Gristlebrand. Okay, finally scoops it up. Alright, so now our opponent knows what we're on. Some consideration to bring in the amulets. I don't think he packs too much graveyard hate in his lists, if I remember correctly. But what else can we do here? Brutality is Reunions, Rakdos Charm. So we'll go ahead and resubmit. Obviously, you had the ley lines. We expected that to come in. Blood Moon can punish him some, but when you mulligan to 2... Alright, so we have a 1-lander. We have... Okay, he mulliganed to 6. Do we keep this and hope to get there? I think so. Mulligans to 5. Keeps their hand. Discard on bottom. Leyline. We'll play that. Getting rid of... what? Inquisition? So hoping to draw... yeah. Alright, pass. He kept a semi-functional hand. We're going to be punished here. Yep, that definitely qualifies as a semi-functional hand. Alright. And do we just die? Maybe not. Draws a card. Bottom, or bottom top. Alright. Good chance we're just dead next turn. I think we go ahead and get a swamp. Play out a red, play out a Cathartic Reunion, discarding Thoughtseize and Inquisition. See a Rakdos Charm. Still didn't hit another land. So, guess we see if we're dead. Looks like no. Goryo's Vengeance. So, what can we do here? So we'll play another Cathartic. Pitching Pentad Prism and Brutality. See if he has something like Pact of Negation here. Answer is no. Get another land. So next turn we might be able to wipe his board if we don't die here. The heck is this? Okay, ad nauseam for value. Alright, so he gets the unlife. It's pretty much enough to ensure we're dead. So most unfortunate. Yep. He's got the combo. And we'll go ahead and scoop it up because we don't have enough to fight this. We kept a hand on the strength of the discard, and he had the ley line, so... And we didn't draw a second land until it was way too late. So, hashtag punting, hashtag fun. Oh, I think this deck is a lot trickier to play than it would first appear. See, Pete plays a lot. And I know he has several undefeated finishes in the other version, or competitive leagues too, so. Another match. Thank goodness. Here's to a good match. So I'd like to play first. Alright, so you're drawing an awful lot of can't cast looting effect hands. I think due to the color considerations, this is a mulligan. Yeah, I think we'll keep this hand. Got the colored mana we need. So we both mulligan to 6. They mulligan to 5. Is Pentad Prism something I'm interested in? Maybe? And they mulligan to bottom. Alright, we see Fatal Push and Pentad Prism. So I think we're going to get rid of Gemstone Cavern and... This is a tough one. Maybe Emrakul for now? Hey. Yes, Magic Online. Thank you, we know. Pentad Prism. See what our opponent does here. Oh, they're a blue deck. This could get rough. Vengeance. Now I'm going to regret getting rid of that second land. Or third land, I should say. Especially if there's something like Storm. Alright, there's a Swamp. Opponent goes, draw, go. Sure. Cathartic Reunion. Not really what we're in the market for right now. Nope, don't want to get blown out by a counterspell. I think we'll wait for a discard spell. Maybe fetch a basic swamp here. Blood Crypt. Go ahead and shock here on the off chance that we actually want to hit a Goryo's here. So we're looking for discard, we're looking for some way to punch through. Alright, so there's a discarding a Cathartic and a looting there. So I think what What are we trying to set up? Blackleaf Cliffs. Flashback looting. Draw 2, discard 2. Get rid of Black Cleave, get rid of Fatal Push. Really want to see either a... What do we even want to see here? Alright. Spell Quiller. No, Electrolyze. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is... Okay, get a Swamp. Fatal Push. So we're going to set up for Breach on their next end step, and then Cathartic Double Goryo's. Sure. Go to 12, and then cast. They have a counter spell, they're going to have to counter this. If they can't counter this, they're in a world of trouble. It's a cryptic command. Logic not. Yeah, I think this might be... Alright. Alright, that's fine. They're through the breach. At this point, we have to go ahead and Cathartic Reunion, pitching. Breach and Emrakul. Go ahead and try to cast Goryo's Vengeance on this. Do another counter spell. Presuming this is a Queller. Let that happen. And then do it again. Draw 3. Alright, so we don't get to kill them. Guess we'll see how they handle the Annihilator trigger first. Getting rid of the 2 Quellers. Interesting. I think they'd want to keep... Perhaps I should have pushed the Queller. I'm going to sacrifice 4 lands. ahead. I don't think it was a screw up on my part. Alright, so screw up, screw up, screw up. Do you really want to go to 1? Nope, you block. Okay. Which means I get a Goryo's back with no legal target. And that gets exiled. See what they have here. So you have another counterspell. You may, or you may just be fetching a basic. I'm not really sure which. Okay. They conceded to that. So, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. So, okay, up against control, going to want to bring some type of collective brutalities to the party. They have a lot of flash creatures, so I don't know that anger is specifically great. What cards do we not want in this matchup? So Chandra is fine, maybe. Killing our things. Pentad Prism, we really don't want to be... It's not a race per se. Definitely want probably 1 amulet, 2 amulets over a Chandra. Maybe try hedging 1 amulet and a Chandra, and cut a second Quicksilver, cut our Goryo's, and maybe a Fatal Push since we need to trigger Revolt for it to be good. Expect our opponent to have some type of graveyard hate, you would presume. Yeah, I think this hand's pretty well a keep. Double Inquisition. So I think I want to go ahead and Inquisition now, see if they have like a Rest in Peace. So they have Cryptic, Snap, Logic Knot. Take the Snap. So obviously, seeing a bunch of lands. Find a black source. Play a Faithless Looting. If you want to counter this, go right ahead. So we find a Liliana. Probably discard 2 lands for now. 1 and 2. Go ahead and Inquisition now. Take that Logic Knot. Going to counter this. Looks like they are, probably with the Logic Knot we know about. Yep. Alright, so they've had a few draw steps now. See what our opponent does here. So they're repping Spell Queller. Flashback Looting, question mark. Get the Gristle Brand and get a Looting into the yard. Pass. No Spell Queller. Okay, so they now have the Cryptic, which is annoying. Okay. Force you to burn your cryptic command. Oh, double cryptic command spell queller. Joy. That's quite a hand. Oh, not sure we even beat that hand easily. See if our opponent's dumb enough to run something out. Nope. Alright, Breach. We're building towards something here, sort of. Still don't think there's any particular card we want to tap out for. But as long as they can't risk tapping out either, we're good. So if I go for Vengeance here, which one do they use? They use Queller, I can get back Vengeance on my turn. So I think I'll go ahead and try to reanimate Gristlebrand here. Hope they Queller it. No, they're just going to Cryptic it. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, so play out Cleave. Get a... Go ahead and start taking Liliana up. Get rid of Faithless Looting here. So I draw a fatty at any point. In the meantime, they have to deal with Liliana now, so that's positive. Alright. Thoughtseize. I can flashback looting. So in their hand is Helix and Queller. Do I flashback looting and try to hit another Goryo's? Or just continue ticking up? I think I just continue ticking up. Force them to deal with this Liliana. Alright, they get a spell, get rid of Queller, which is interesting. Not sure what their game plan here is. Okay, so they have another Queller. Bolt, okay. I only have one card in hand. Makes me wonder what it is. They're through the breach. Alright, I think that necessitates flashing back. Faithless Looting here. Goryo's and Murderous Cuts. Get rid of those. We'll try to set up for, well, so we'll need another fatty to make this work, I guess. Fatal Push, huh? Well. forces us to act. Hopefully I don't have another counter spell. Alright. You get to click us. Click. No idea what you get rid of here. Alright, Chandra, sure. It has no good attacks. Alright, so let's draw 7. See where that puts us. Alright, we got Brutality, Quicksilver Amulet. Don't think we can risk going to 2. Go ahead and take out this Vendilion click. So we have a bunch of lands. So gain some life, check their hand. Pitching that. Discard that. See what you've got. Counter target spell, draw a card. Okay. So which one's more important to resolve? I think Quicksilver Amulet and hope we're not dead. Passe. Hopefully they don't have enough burn spells here. Drop us to 7, sure. Hope they don't have another Vendilion here. That's what it looks like. All that's annoying. Yep. There goes Gristlebrand. Huh. Sure. Breach. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could what are the odds that we're dead here? Huh. Guess we'll see what happens. Obviously, breaching would have been good if they don't specifically have a counterspell. Alright. Do you have another Vendilion? How about enough burn spells to kill me? You clicked me into it. True. Of course, I could still be dead, very well be dead here. Especially if they like bolt, snap, bolt, or something to that effects. Close matchup. Guess we'll see. Doesn't look like they have the burn spells. Fatal push. Push is good. Guess there is some consideration to the heck is this? Don't think that's enough mana to actually kill me here. Okay, Snapcaster. What, Lightning Helix? Lightning Bolt. I mean, conceivably... Go ahead and kill your Snapcaster. Yeah, I would feel bad, but we are at 2, so... Alright. Chandra. Plus for mana. Faithless Loot. Discarding 2 lands. Our opponent finally concede. Finally. Alright. Well, that felt pretty good. A little bit better than the ad nauseum nightmare. Ugh. I'm sure ad nauseum is a fine matchup. It just feels bad when you have the clunky hands this deck is capable of delivering sometimes. Ugh. Not that I'm an expert with Goryo's Vengeance yet. How's everyone doing out there this evening, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are in the world? Like what we're doing on the channel, feel free to hit that follow button. We're doing a little bit of Goryo's action here. If there was time, we would probably do some Kiki, but because of the server shutdown tonight, I think this is going to be the only league we get in tonight. So there's a fiery Kiki list. Maybe after the league, I'll pull it up. This looked fairly interesting. Right now I'm going through a bunch of different decks, seeing what the good Blood Moon decks in Modern are right now. So, like to be on the play. Play is good. Unless we're trying to go for the natural discard. Yeah, this hand does nothing. This hand also does nothing. Hey, guess that's about as good as a 5-lander as we're gonna 5-card hand as we're gonna get. Go ahead and pass. Because we don't know what we want to discard yet. Okay. Okay. We're up against Ponza or Devotion. Time to find out. Crumble to Dust main deck. Well, that kind of feels disgusting. So they're currently on 2 mana. I think we take them off the Arbor Elves. Can use the other one to get a red source. Feels kind of bad, especially if they peel a land. And of course they do. Because why wouldn't you? Sure. Well, if we hit a Goryo's, we can still potentially punk them, but not looking great here. Especially when they get to drop. Yeah, Hazarat here with 2 cards in hand. So, looting is not great here, but it might be the only play line we have, because what else has this hand got going on? The other hand is Inferno Titan, Crumble to Dust. So, Crumble we're not going to give a target to if we can avoid it. Well, I guess we loot and... Okay. Inquisition and Bristlebrand, sure. Get to pitch, Crumble to Dust. Yep. And we get hit for 4 here, 5. So. Alright. Well, Ponza is not exactly a great matchup, I don't think. Pitching Bird at us, and we're dead. Wait, they didn't pitch Bird, they actually cast Bird. So we weren't exactly dead there, but may as well have been. Alright, so Ponza. I hate playing against that deck. Played it on our Blood Moon series. It can definitely be good in certain situations. So Blood Moon's garbage against them, because they are a Blood Moon deck themselves. Probably want Damnations. Some thought to... Probably want Brutality. Sprees don't make sense. The bombs don't make sense. Rakdos Charm, not so much. Anger, I don't know if it hits enough of their creatures. Hits their mana idiots, but they only have like 6, because they usually run Utopia Sprawl too. It's possible that last game I should have tried taking them off of Hazarat and Hazarat and Inferno Titan rather than trying to hit their mana dorks, but if they brick on lands, it gives us a lot of time. So either need to cut one more card. I don't think Chandra is great in this matchup. Do I want either of the amulets? Amulet is slow and mana intensive, so I think we'll try it like this, because our mana is going to be under attack. Need to get our basics out. So I'd like to play first. Okay, what does this hand do? Fast through the breach, potentially? Yeah, we'll keep it. Lead on Inquisition. Try to break up what you got going on. See, if every deck turned out like this hand, you know, deck would be fantastic. Alright. Chandra, Stone Rain, Utopia Sprawl. Don't care about Bonfire. Stone Rain's the most annoying. And I can't attack their mana enough to keep them off of it. So if I take Stone Rain and hope to rip a third land in time? Because we can always take the Chandra next turn. I think we take the Stone Rain. Because we're on the Breach brand plan at the moment. So, alright, there's the Utopia Sprawl. Alright, so play out Pentad Prism. Pass and hope you didn't rip a land destruction spell. Alright, Bird. We have the Wooded Foothills. Alright, what does Thoughtseize help us do? Not a lot. So I think we pass and do it their end step. Because it allows us the most flexibility. Especially if they like just Chandra here or something. It's possible I should have done this. Please just be Chandra. All you're leading into is Chandra. I'm good with that. Red, red, and that. Yep. Chandra into. Alright, Hazarat. Yep. You excelled your Hazarati. So now we can. Black, black. All these for red. Through the breach. Gristlebrand. Let's see, another Gristlebrand. Go ahead and draw 7 cards here. So, yeah, this is game over. Go ahead and Thoughtseize ourselves. Get rid of Emrakul. The trigger on the stack. Goryo's Vengeance. And Vengeance on the mind. Shuffle our graveyard in. And that's the game. Alright, well that one went a lot better. Still, what do we hit here? Blood Moon is not what we're after. Anger of the Gods, we still haven't seen enough creatures to indicate that's good. Amulet's fine if they have Graveyard Hate, but I don't think that deck plays a ton of Graveyard Hate. Dreadbore, some consideration for that. Can kill some of their bigger idiots. Still think I prefer the discard over that, so we'll try it like that. Hope we can disrupt them just enough. Alright, well, this hand isn't horrible. So, Cage, sure. Oh, now we draw the card after it's useful. Alright, so leave on Thoughtseize. You have Trinosphere, Inferno Titan, Bird, Bird. How much do I even care about Trinosphere? I don't think a ton. So I think I'm just going to take Bird and kill the other bird. Kind of wishing I had brought in my Graveyard Hate. Let's have another land, right? Yeah, they have the Windswept Heath. Okay, there's the bird, there's the heath. Alright, so Brutality online. So I think I'm going to go 2 modes. Take sorcery. That, just on the off chance they drew a pitching Goryo's. Oh, huh. Lucky. Now we start Lilianaing them. Alright, they drew something if they're fetching here. Stone Room, maybe? Okay, Utopia Sprawl, sure. Alright, so could Thoughtseize to take Trinosphere, or we can just get this Liliana down. I think we want to get a Liliana down. Pitch Gemstone Cavern, because that's the most useless land for us. Opponent. Got rid of Inferno Titan, so it looks like they're more interested in Trinosphere for some reason. So I think we'll go ahead and get rid of Marsh Flats here. Probably should have gotten rid of Thoughtseize, actually. Alright, well, okay. Very expensive Bird of Paradise. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we go ahead and Liliana them. Get rid of this, what, Inquisition here. The card you drew, Relic. Why wouldn't you cast Relic? That makes absolutely no sense. I think Hazaral would be the worst draw. Crumble to Dust. Sure. Entertaining Magic here, folks. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana in play. So a good bit of their good draws they can't even cast. There are 3 Blackleaf Cliffs. Alright, there's a Goryo's. Discard a Thoughtseize. Pass. Could this be Beast Within? On what, though? Their own Trinosphere? Oh, on Liliana. Okay. Get rid of that. Sure. So this is a bit of a mess. Hopefully they don't... Okay. So we draw a land. We draw a Fatal Push. Not exactly the best thing in the world here. At least on a positive note, Fatal Push with the fetch land can kill any 4-drop outside of Hazarat. Thoughtseize. Guess we'll go ahead and attack first, then cast the Thoughtseize. Okay, Ancient Grudge. What would you have brought in Ancient Grudge for? Alright, Emrakul is... Continue beating down. Guess if we draw a land breach, we're good. Or alternatively, we can beat them down with beasts. Guess if they brick 2 more turns, it's not impossible. How likely is that, though? Stone Rain, sure. So they only have 1 more draw step that matters. Sure, let's continue drawing cards that we can't do anything with. How did you win your Ponza matchup? Well, with the beast they gave me. Yep. Woo! That was a fun matchup. Let's see what else we would have drawn. Cathartic into Breach. Gristlebrand. Well, that was certainly a close matchup. Okay. Definitely can't complain about winning that matchup. How'd you win? The Beast token. Oh, I only had the Graveyard Hate. Give them that much. So far we've played against Ad Nauseam, Jeskai Flashburn, and Ponza. Alright, so this hand... This hand requires another land. Period. So we can go Brutality into Reanimate Gristlebrand? Yeah, I think we keep this and hope to hit a land. I mean, if we don't... I don't know. Hold up Fatal Push on turn 1. Burn, you say. Burn them! Burn them all! Let's see what this reveals here. Another Fatal Push. Taking the damage here simply because we know we're drawing a Fatal Push. So we need a land drop, and Goblin Guy gives us the best chance to hit that land drop. Okay, Swiftest of Spears. And another Goblin God. Probably should have just killed the first Goblin God. Alright, revealing Blood Moon. And Blood Moon. So, getting punished for the one-lander. We're going to be drawing Blood Moon. Pass. We still have a chance here if we hit a land. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well. Lightning Helix. So we're going to drop to 8 here. Land, please. Okay. Get a swamp. Get one of those. Go ahead and Fatal Push one of these. Alright, Fatal Push is not a bad draw, so we want to go all 3 modes. Choose that, choose that, choose that. Pitching that, and pitching 2 Gristlebrands? Yeah, probably. Searing Blaze and Lava Spike. So Lava Spike is the one we care about next turn. So their hand is Searing Blaze. Which has no target. Alright, so we're going to 6 here. Going to 4. Searing Blaze in hand. So Vengeance, a Gristlebrand, crap. Meant to tap the mountain for that. may have gotten back into this game only to have punted it away. Because then I could have fatal pushed that. Searing Blaze is their card in hand. Okay, we draw through the breach. So if we live for a few more turns, we might be able to make it that far. Alright, well, let us play Blood Moon. You have a white spell, you have to cast it here. So, no end step action, okay. So one of their cards was a land. Okay, Thoughtseize, not really a card we're particularly interested in. Fatal push that. And I don't think there's anything here that can stop this. So, through the breach, Wrecker. And just giving us the chance to mess with the attack. Bing, 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 and you're dead. Alright, and they concede the game. Woo! Burn, always a scary matchup. Always a scary matchup. Alright, we definitely want the brutalities. Probably want the anger of the gods. What cards do we not want? Chandra feels a little meh. Let's see. Scred Red, Red White Prison, Ponza, Blue Moon, the Madcap, and Through the Breach variants. Black Red Demigod, and Doubling Moonwalkers, which is the Doubling Season Planeswalker deck, and now Goryo's. And gotta decide what to cut here. Blood Moon's fine, but I think on the draw we can cut one. My favorite so far, and just in terms of pure fun, it's been either between this one and the Demigod deck, but the best one is probably the Blue-Red Moon variant if you tune it to your meta. These decks have the most fun. The Doubling Moonwalkers has been fun too, but if you want to flat out win Blue Moon, and maybe this one might be the best, this one's remained to be seen. It's only our 4th match, so maybe shave a Thoughtseize or 2? Question mark. What other card do we want to cut? I mean, obviously Blood Moon can help against them, but I don't know. I really want to be playing a do-nothing card. Alright. So I have a Faithless Looting. Mono Red. Yeah, there's been a few Mono Red variants running around. The only one I've played of them is probably going to keep this just because we have Faithless Looting. but it's a loose keep by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, Swift Spear. What's the base for your deck? All right, Fatal Push. Yeah, I think we just go ahead and hold up Fatal Push. Don't think this game's going to go particularly well. Don't quite have the nut house we had last game. They stuck on one land? Maybe? So we see a land. I think we kill Swift Spear. Yeah, that's I'm perfectly fine with that. Take a look here when we're done with this match, a little bit closer at it. I think our opponent's stuck on one land, and it would appear that is the case. So I think I want to fetch basic swamp here. Play looting. Hope to hit a fatty. Cathartic. Get rid of that. And yes, Magic Online. We know you're closing down soon. Gotcha. One of the black leaves. This allows us to murderous cut the Goblin Guide here. Do they hit? No, they hit another land, which is unfortunate. Alright. I'll play Eidolon. Yep, don't care about Eidolon pre-combat. I think we'll end up killing Eidolon anyway, but guess we'll see what's on top first. Goryo's Vengeance. No blockers. Go to 14. Guess we go ahead and cut this. Moving these cards that we don't care about. So what do I play? Looting or Cathartic? No, that's fine. Text is fine. I can read it whenever we're not in the middle of a match. I'm just trying to figure out what's the best line here. I guess looting sees 2, but gives us the best look because I don't have anything to discard with Cathartic yet. Alright, Anger of the Gods and Faithless Looting, so I think we pitch Looting Swamp. And I don't have text blocked, so I don't know why it's not showing up. So I guess I'm hoping to see a Gristlebrand here. Gristlebrand or Emrakul. Okay. Well, I'm going to try to win this one. I don't know how good a shape we're going to be in here. Especially when our opponent goes 1-1-1. Ay, ay, ay. Please show Emrakul on top. Fatal Push. Okay. We're going to 6. Cathartic. Pitching Anger and I think Goryo's here because we're not going to have time to see what we hit. Brutality. So I think hit 3 modes. That, them. Pitching Goryo's and push or land. Push. Already seen a lot of their creatures. Ravenous Trap, sure. Brutality is fine. Problem is here is we have no graveyard left. So all those Faithless Lootings are now gone. We basically need to draw a fatty. I guess Emrakul would just end the game. 3 mana Riftbolt cast, okay. So we can no longer through the breach anything here. Basically, almost any top deck kills us. Yeah, I mean, there's a decent chance. I mean, basically anything except like Swift Spear here kills us, and I don't think they drew anything. Yeah, didn't figure they did. May as well play out the Blood Crypt here. Probably should have held on to it for Brutality, but I don't think there's going to be anything. Okay. Why would you play the land that I... Yep. Alright, well, this is how we die to burn. And burn spell. Nope. Definitely not fading that many draws against burn. Alright. Please let me see. That's alright, we weren't drawing anything anytime soon, so didn't matter how many draws we faded there. I still think Blood Moon's fine, but I don't want too many of them. Kind of big list. 2 costs, 3 Hazarat, Simian Spirit Guide, Magus, Chalice, Trinisphere. Yeah, no, I see it on here. Finally showed up. Rebel Master, Pian, Kieran. Yeah, it definitely looks like a close to an all-in red deck version. I mean, the thing about those decks is at least that I've noticed, is they have a real problem with if your opening hand isn't good enough, you're in a lot of trouble. I mean, I guess that's just the nature of the deck, but I don't know. I prefer to have some selection over what I'm doing with my decks. Alright, I guess this will have to be good enough. Hopefully they don't have, like, the graveyard hate. Okay, they're going to 6, keep their hand, and scry. So do I lead on... Yeah, I think I lead on Inquisition, just so I don't get blown out by Ravenous Trap or something. Alright, Path to Exile, Bolt, Spike. I think Path's the only card I care about. Alright. You gonna main phase... Please tell me you didn't draw one drop. Okay, now you're just spiking my face. Alright, so we're pitching Cathartic Reunion, pitching Gristlebrand and a Fatal Push. Alright, I see land, Anger of the Gods. Let's see what you land here. Okay, so you're showing me one of the cards you didn't draw yet. Just go Bolt, or are you going like Eidolon here? Suspend Riftbolt and cast Lightning Bolt. Collective B. So I guess I go ahead and hit them for 2 modes. Discarding Blackleaf Cliffs here. No one of their cards in hand is Arid Mesa. Wouldn't be surprised if the other one's Ravenous Trap the way they're... Nope, Bolt. Okay, so their hand is Arid Mesa. Kind of hoping they draw a creature here. So we're in pretty good shape as long as we draw something. Okay, 13. Not playing out the Arid Mesa. Why would you not play out Arid Mesa here? This feels so bad, but I can't get blown out by Ravenous Trap. I cannot. Okay, so you just got 2 lands. You're sitting on absolutely Bupkis. Goryo's Vengeance, back Gristlebrand. I think we'll be able to draw 7 pretty comfortably here. See what we see. I don't want to risk dying to something dumb like Boros Charm, so I think we're just going to go ahead and let this exile happen and discard land and a see what you do here. So, okay. Go ahead, play Faithless Looting. We want to find something here. Dispatch that. Dispatch Swamp. So, guess we just go ahead and try to Vengeance, and if they drew a hate card, they drew a hate card. Not much we can do about it either way. Okay. Is our opponent finally scooping it up here? Yep. Alright. Alright, now let's take a look at your list whenever you're ready. Tested a ton against Death Shadow, starting their Shred and then laying the gameplay naturally is very well. Prison Parts, Hazarat's nuts. Yeah, the thing is, okay, so you're playing a deck that relies on Chalice and Snaring Bridge, Trinisphere. You're relying on lock pieces. Lock pieces are good. They're good against Shadow, because especially Chalice, because they are unable to cast. Really, their deck doesn't function if they get 1-drops, etc. Your deck, if it functions very similar to either Scred or All in Red, you're pretty functional against Death Shadow. You're pretty functional against most aggro decks because of either Blood Moon or Ensnaring Bridge. The decks that are probably problematic for your list, just looking at it, Hazarat is a faster clock than anything I think I've played outside of like Glorybringer or Stormbreath Dragon. It's just the fastest clock you can manage, and I have not tried Scred with that, and I really need to. So your bad matchups are probably Blue-White X Control, particularly straight Blue-White, because they don't care about a lot of what you've got going on, unless you can get that really early Blood Moon or really early Trinisphere, and even then, yeah, Sweltering Suns is good. So I'm guessing Blue-White is the bad matchups, and decks like, if you can't land a Chalice, something like Storm or like Ad Nauseam could both be problematic. And decks that like Tron that just doesn't care about a lot of what you got going on. Sure, Blood Moon slows them down and your land destruction, but if you can't close out the game before they hit their Oblivion Stones and such, beyond that, you probably have great matchups against, I'm guessing, Death Shadow. Any deck that's relying on 1 and 2 drops like Burn, I'm sure is fine compared to Scred Red. I'm sure like a lot of the aggro decks are probably good matchups for you. So I haven't played with All in Red itself, but I have a feeling it's very similar. It has a lot of the same weaknesses as Scred, except you have that Ensnaring Bridge to kind of help in a lot of the Trinisphere and Ensnaring Bridge gives you a lot more play in those matchups. So I don't know, it looks pretty good, but just you've just got to understand that you live and die by your opening hand. So a lot of it's probably going to come down to how well you learn to mulligan with your deck. Thanks for the follow, by the way. So I don't know if that helped at all. Your list looks pretty smooth. I like the 4 Rabble Masters as a way to close out games. I almost wonder... Pithing Needles answer a lot of different walkers. I almost wonder if shaving one of those for another... shaving one of the Pithing Needle for another piece of Graveyard Hate might not be... I mean, I don't know your local meta. If there's a lot of, like, Storm or... Huh. No, your list definitely seems to address a lot of the issues I've had with the all-in style red decks. The only thing I'd be curious about is shaving a Pithing Needle for a Graveyard Hate, but a lot of that depends on your meta. If your meta doesn't have a lot, yeah, I was thinking the Needle or maybe the Magus, depending on how many Blood Moon effects you think you need. I think those are the two most likely. I mean, how many? Okay, you're already running what? 1 Magus and 4 Blood Moon. Yeah, that'd be my only recommendation, is to get that second piece of hate in the second cage over something like either the Magus or one of the Pithing Needles, depending on how much you need the Pithing Needles to shut down Planeswalkers, I'm guessing. I mean, obviously, shutting something down like O-Stone or Karn can be relevant, so only you know how much. Yeah, especially since against a deck with the plays like bolts and such, it's not guaranteed to stick around. So, like, if you're facing like say a Jeskai control deck and they draw like bolt, then your Blood Moon helps against Elves and Tron. Pithing Needle? I'm guessing you're talking about. I could see that. See, I don't think anybody at my shop really local shop plays Elves, so I'm not. I don't know. I mean, they more play like, if they're playing any type of go wide strategy, it's usually Counters Company, which Pithing Needle can definitely help against Devoted Druid and Devoted Druid Walking Ballista and Duskwatch Recruiter. But I've only played Scred in the local shop. I only actually, yeah, Walking Ballista. But still, you can be left behind with a monstrous like XX, which, even if they can't ping you, dealing with a 2020 if you don't have Ensnaring Bridge could be rough. Yeah, I mean, Elves is a fine deck, especially with the Devoted Druid combo rolled into it. I just know at my shop it's a lot of, yeah. Well, my local shop, has been a lot of like Blue-White X Control, Burn, Death Shadow, and some other random decks from week to week. Anytime I try to pull out Bane Eldrazi, I just get smoked, so I gotta play Burn like almost every week whenever I'm able to go. That's why I like playing online. I have access to a lot more decks. So, just fun to play different deck styles. Kind of hoping for the 4-1 here. We'll be on the play. Alright, so we have Looting, Cathartic. I think we keep this. If we find a Fatty Boom Boom, be in really good shape. Fortunately, I got a Fetch Shock here, which is gonna suck. Or I'm almost tempted to play something like, okay. Well, Blood Moon could be good. What the heck do we get rid of, though? Black Cleave and Breach. And just hope and pray. It's possible I should have gotten rid of Goryo's there, because if we don't draw a fatty here, then... Huh. Oh! We get to potentially scramble and omulate. Okay. Well, I read that message loud and clear. No. Cinderglade, there's only one deck that plays Cinderglade, and that deck is either Titan Shift or Breach Titan. So Next turn we get to land Blood Moon, and if they don't have a forest, they are screwed. This is one of the matchups where the power of Blood Moon usually shines really well. Not going to use this Cathartic until we find a fatty. Might flashback looting. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I played a little bit of blue-white on here and just get smoked by Titan Shift. But then you play Blue Moon and it's just like, oh, yep, find my Blood Moon, counter your prime time, game over. So we're going to get to scramble an amulet. Scramble. Oh, dear. They're not just Scapeshift, they are uh, 4-color Scapeshift. So if they don't get a basic forest here, they won't be casting any spells. Nope. Collective Brutality. Wonderful card. I'm not really interested in it right now. No, they are they're not gifts shit. Wow. They are the blue-based Scapeship control deck. So they now have all mountains. I don't know if they have an out in their main deck. I mean, I know they play basic mountain or basic islands. Like they play like 2 or 3 basic islands and some number of stuff. But right now they're just going to twiddle their thumbs until they either find 2 forests or find 3 islands. Alright, well there's something to pitch to Faithless Looting, so flashback Faithless Looting, Fatal Push, and don't think we want Fatal Push, and get rid of a Bloodstained Mire. It's possible I should have held on to that for Cathartic, because this game will be good. Once our opponent knows what's up, it's going to be a lot harder. Because they can, I don't think they have much graveyard hate, but they'll be able to hold up counters a lot better, so we're not to rely on our discard. So, yeah, it should be a good matchup, but they have tools. Okay, we get rid of that, and get rid of one of the Vengeances. Go ahead and flash it back. Find another Blood Moon and a Thoughtseize. I think we pitch Blood Moon and Thoughtseize. Pass. And we're seeing a lot of cards, but we're not finding what we're looking for here. So, IEBGBs. So I think we pass. We hold on to the swamp till we find a second card we want to pitch. World's most expensive. Liliana is normally good, but I really don't want to cast her here, so I think we go this, pitching Swamp Liliana. Draw 3. Okay. I didn't want to draw any fatties anyway. This is a miserable game. Okay. Glad everyone signed up for entertaining Magic this evening. Okie dokie. Well, that's... so... Yeah, well, there's not a whole lot they can do. They can't cast... I'm going to go ahead and look to see what's in their hand. Maybe we have a better knowledge of how their deck exactly is constructed. Terminate, remand as a charm, search. They don't even have the combo yet. What card actually matters if they draw a blue source? I guess, is it charm? So, cast through the breach. Putting in Emrakul. And they're discarding a bunch of stuff. Go to 3, and next turn we can kill them with Goryo's. So, draw. Well, I'd like to say that was an interesting game, but no, not really. Alright, so we want Slaughter Games, Brutality, Brutality. Get these Fatal Pushes out of here. Probably want the Quicksilver Amulets. Probably get these Pentad Prisms out of here. Spell Bombs don't seem particularly interesting. Dreadbore, they don't usually play Planeswalkers. It could kill one of their fatty idiots. But I'm thinking this is probably the setup I want. As much discard as I can get. You don't play that many Snapcasters. Yeah, try it like this. They don't play a ton of Graveyard Hate, but I do want as many alternative ways to get my win cons into play as possible. And with 9 discard spells, we should be able to resolve just about anything we want. So hitting a 4-1 here would be nice. Yeah, this deck so far has impressed me. We've played against a wide variety of things too. Losing to Ad Nauseam kind of sucked, but we both did take turns mulliganing to Oblivion. Ad Nauseam player mulligan to 2 game 2. It's like, yeah, this game's over. And then we mulliganed to 5 and kept a 1-lander or something. Never draw the second land until it wasn't relevant. And they had Leyline, so yay fun. So, guess the only weakness with this particular setup is the lack of okay. We're keeping this hand. Play that. But what am I discarding? Breach is a way to win the game. I guess Amulet? Because it's the slowest of the various batches. Alright. Catch you some other time. Maybe we'll be able to run your deck through a league sometime. Or at least give it some practice games. Thanks for tuning in. Faithless looting, huh? Alright, so Worldly Council, Secure Tribe Elder, and Remand. Yeah, I haven't tried all in red, so a lot of it's going to depend on if it's in the price range of the rental plan I have. I think it'll be close, so I'll take a look. Well, that's great. If not, you can always catch it on a replay. So, our opponent has no blue mana right now, so I think I take Secure Tribe Elder. Try to cut them off of what they're doing. Okay, play out the forest. So, guess we loot here. Okay, we see Gristlebrand and what else are we pitching though? Through the Breach, maybe? And pass. Yeah, no, I understand. Maybe we'll be able to coordinate when you're on and I can actually play the deck through a league. I'll be on some point tomorrow, so probably go get an island here. Would have loved to have pitched one of these Emeralds. I don't want to shuffle the Gristlebrand back in. Go get a swamp here. Flashback looting, see if they want to use their remand on this. Kind of unfortunate if they did, but whatever. Alright, there's the Vengeance. Get rid of Emrakul. I don't want to get rid of Emrakul. This is rough. Get rid of Swamp and Through the Breach. Next turn we can Thoughtseize Goryo's back Gristlebrand, go from there. Yep. Bridges are expensive. It's a matter of how that all lines up. I'll have to take a look after I get off here. See how much the deck runs, because I'm at like a 620 cap ticks wise. So thank you, Chimp Jackson, California, I'm guessing, for the follow. Alright. Opponent is casting a Search for Tomorrow. So they're tapping out, which means, okay, they're not tapping out. Blackleaf Cliffs. So I have to Thoughtseize them, see what they're working with. No, Bring to Light and Remand are two of the cards. Bring to Light, Bring to Light. So if they're running the standard, they are running the standard list, then they will have something to go hit with Bring to Light to allow them to ramp. So we have to take the Remand here. Goryo's back. We Exile Zone? Why are these exiled? Did I miss something here? What on earth did I miss? Oh, they cast Ravenous Trap. Okay. That makes sense now. Didn't realize they'd hit Ravenous Trap. Makes our plan a lot worse. Yay, fun. Alright, I think we're going to lose this one because of the Ravenous Trap that I didn't even notice about. Yay, Ravenous Trap. It's possible I should have held on to one of those breaches, but these double Emrakul just made it so rough. But if we hit some type of looting effect here, I think we're in good shape. Because they're probably going to have to tap out for Bring to Light. So that gives us, what, 2 Brutalities, 3 Faithless Lootings, and 2 Cathartics. That pretty much end the game if they tap out. That's... Are they just going with a lesser play? Okay, Worldly Council, sure. So you get to look at 1, 2, 3, 4? 4 cards? Alternatively, I think Thoughtseize also isn't out. So we have 3 Thoughtseize, 3 Faithless Looting, 2 Cathartic, and 2 or 3 Brutality, which just might end the game. So obviously, depending on what they hit here off of Council. Inquisition. What could they have hit that they wouldn't have played? I think I pass and wait to Inquisition until I actually want to play something. So if it was a ramp spell, they could have played it. They didn't play a land. I think I'm going to Inquisition them anyway because see what they're working with. Electrolyze? No, is a charm. Draw 2, discard 2. Okay. How is Ravenous Trap worded? 3 or more cards put in his or her graveyard. Alright, good to know. See if we can try to play around that in some way. When it discards... Well, they'll bring to lights and a mountain. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's getting close. So we know their hand is Bring to Light X. That's a card. Do you draw a counterspell? Appears that you drew Cryptic Command, which was the best card in your deck. Counter target spell, draw a card, sure. So you hit a land here, we're dead. Land or most ramp spells. Yep. Though, ironically, this does... Oh, Chandra. Does Chandra even do anything right here? I don't think so, because I think we're just dead here, but this doesn't hurt to try. So the top card. Revealing. Reveal. Oh, swamp. Alright, so Saxacre Tribe Elder, go get whatever. Untap, bring to light for escape shift, and win, presumably. Make them go through the motions. So that Ravenous Trap was pretty key. Yep, escape shift. Make sure you have enough mountains left in your deck. Valakut and 6 mountains should do it. Yep, just enough. Time to scoop it up. Alright, so... Some thought to spell bombs, maybe? Just as a cantrip, find more cards. Seems dumb, but something I might be in the market for. If we ever find Slaughter Games, the game is pretty well over. So we have Inquisition and Liliana. I think we try that. Okay, opponent mulligans to 6. Play out Cliffs and pass. Searching for tomorrow's. Sure. Alright, so... Inquisition... Worldly Council and Secure Tribe Elder. I think we take Sack Elder. Hope to get this Liliana down and ride it to victory, pretty much. So the worst card they could have here is Remand. Which one would I rather land? See if you drew the Remand or not. Looks like the answer is no, so you'll get to look at 3 cards. And Blood Moon resolved. So you'll be able to get enough islands to potentially Cryptic bounce this at some point, but that is going to be making you jump through some hoops. This is going to be an interesting game. Alright, got the island that we figured you would. Yep. Means they'll have the availability of Cryptic Command. Through the Breach. You have the Remand. You do not. Go ahead and start chumping away at your hand. Rid of one of our Through the Breaches. See what you get rid of. Okay, I got rid of the Cinderglade. Played the basic island, played that. So we currently know nothing about their hand. Gonna get your 3rd island. Thank you for everyone viewing tonight. If you like what we're doing on this channel, feel free to hit that like button, or follow button, right church, wrong pew. We also have a lot of these videos on our YouTube channel, which is Dusk to Dawn Gaming. Okay, our opponent is getting a swamp. Interesting. Okay, another Sakura Tribe Elder, sure. So, okay, Goryo's. I think we get rid of the Goryo's here. It has to get rid of their last card, whatever it is. It's a land. So, do you go after... Looks like Steve-O is going to go after Liliana of the Veil. Yep. This will be an interesting back and forth. Alright. Take up. Get rid of Through the Breach. It's possible we want to force them to sack this Tribe Elder at some point to force them into eventually getting the ultimate. Alright, so they played Island. So they're going to need to run Cryptic Command into one of their, well, hello. Hmm. So, what are the odds that... I think we have to slam breach here. Get Gristle Daddy into play. This were Emrakul. I think the game would actually be factually over. But Gristlebrand's going to do a good job of it too. Alright, well, let's draw 7. Okay, another Blood Moon, Goryo's, and Thoughtseize. So I think... Okay, 7 more life. I think that is more than enough. Go ahead and take this down, force them to get rid of their Elder. And then, yep. Move to discard. Yep, that gets exiled. So we want to pitch Gristlebrand, that, and we have, what, 9 cards in hand? Don't think we'll need Spell Bomb, and probably pitch a Blood Moon. See what they draw here. Alright, so now they are just dead. Not much. What the heck are you doing up this time of night? Discarding... that. Yes, I'm sure I want to discard Emrakul. Trigger on the stack. Goryo's Vengeance. Game over. Oh, okay. Hope you have a safe trip. And ding, Fraser done. Yep. So we ended up 4-1 with Goryo's here. Definitely can't complain about the results. Looking at the deck, what are my takeaways on it? The one card I don't flat out understand is Chandra. I'm thinking a second Lily of the Veil, because especially in these control matchups, it's something they have to answer. I mean, I'm sure there are situations where Chandra plussing is fine, but they're just, I don't know. Torch of Defiance doesn't seem to be, this is the kind of deck he doesn't seem to want it in it. So I'm thinking maybe a second Liliana instead. Other than that, the main deck seems pretty decent. The interaction, not needing to combo out quite as fast, is kind of nice. I think it's too dig to go off. I could see that, but I still don't like, because if this were, yeah, no, 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 no. I understand what you were saying, but I don't like the effect that causes you to exile your big fatties, is one of the big things. And if I were going for another dig effect, I think I would probably run maybe another Cathartic or like Night's Whisperer or something before I'd run Chandra. I just don't like Chandra the way the deck is constructed. Um, Second Liliana maybe in the main deck. The sideboard seems fine. Uh, the Brutalities, the Damnations, the Shattering Sprees, the Angers, Dreadbore, Rakdos Charm, they all seem like they have a purpose to exist. So beyond that, I think Chandra is the only card that I played in this whole stretch where I didn't like what was going on. She just doesn't seem to fit what's going on with this deck. Like, second Liliana, it goes nicely with, I mean, I guess Chandra into plus for Through the Breach, but just feels like a stretch. Because Through the Breach and Goryo's, along with the looting effects, are already fighting for resources. I don't even know if I'm going to play this deck again right now in the foreseeable future. This is just one of those decks we're going through for the Blood Moon series on the YouTube page. I mean, this deck was sweet. Can't argue with a 4-1, regardless if it's friendly league or competitive league. So, I don't know. It just feels like Chandra is the only card that I don't know. It's the only card that I don't feel has a place in the deck. I mean, I'm sure there are spots where it's good, like it's a good card, but this just doesn't feel like the deck that you want it in. So, anybody else have any input on the deck or having played this archetype before? Might want the 4th Blood Moon somewhere. I don't know where I'd fit it into the board, though. Maybe the Rakdos Charm? I don't know. I have to play some more to see. I like the Amulets as another out against Graveyard Hate. I like the Spell Bombs against Graveyards. Charm hits Graveyard decks. Splinter Twin were more of a thing. Of course, I say that, and I have lost Kiki Exarch in the last week, so can't really say Rakdos Charm doesn't have a place in the meta. But, so what are you going to Colorado for, anyway, for?